I was the only child of my parents, who were some of the richest people in town. And I loved my life. I loved that my family could afford the good things and amazing vacations, and I was grateful for it. Unlike the guys I met from wealthy families, those guys were so ungrateful and such brats. They never appreciated the things that their parents did for them and always wanted more. And although I didn't want to, my mom would often send me on dates with those wealthy guys, saying we should see people with similar economic status. And with each date, they would appear more and more unattractive and unappealing because of their attitude. I was more into poor guys, and they were much more attractive to me, especially because they were so grateful for even the smallest things. I knew that because I had dated a few behind my parents' backs. They would be so happy when I gifted them the smallest thing or gave them a little monetary help, and I liked that a lot. However, it wasn't easy dating a poor guy when you were always in a wealthy people's circle, as it was hard even finding a poor guy in the first place. So I decided to try something. I made a fake dating profile saying I was a girl from a low-income family and was interested in going out with a guy of similar status. And you wouldn't believe how many guys approached asking to date me. I knew this would work, I thought, and started browsing guys that I could possibly go on dates with. So I made plans with 5 different guys to go on dates with them. I went for a walk in the park with the first guy, but he was pretty shy, so we didn't talk much. We just walked awkwardly around the park, so he was out. One guy never showed up after making plans for the date, and the other guy was just a catfish who confessed later because they apparently felt guilty about lying, so the meeting didn't happen. Then there was another guy. I went out with him for dinner and took some gifts for him. He got so excited about the gifts and the nice dinner, but when the dinner was over, he said something funny. "Hey, can you give me some money?" he asked. And yeah, I thought it was funny, but only at first. He started asking for more and more money every time we met. And I was posing as a poor girl too, so I couldn't keep giving him a lot of money like I was his bank. So I had to stop seeing him. And it wasn't that hard. I got rid of the number I had given him, changed my name, and set up another but similar dating profile. Now that was where I actually found the 5th guy. His name was Logan, and his profile seemed very appealing. Just like I wanted, and from his photo, he looked handsome too. I hope he's not a creep, I prayed. So we made a plan to meet up and set a date. We went for dinner, but it was nothing like the other guy. He was so kind and thoughtful. We talked about so many things, especially about our love for classical music. And he was so humble. He even offered to pay for dinner. "Come on, I insist," he said. Although he didn't have much, so I offered to split the bill. How could I let that poor guy pay when I had way more money than him? After that, before we headed our separate ways, I handed him a gift and he was so appreciative and even told me how he felt bad that he got nothing for me. This is exactly the guy I want to be my boyfriend, I thought. The next time we met, we went for a walk on the beach. It was mostly because I had very little idea about which places we should go to give him the hint that I didn't have much money. So we went to the beach and talked. It was so much fun hearing him talk about his perspective of life. Later, we got hot dogs, and before we left, he told me he got me a gift. "Oh, you shouldn't have. How sweet of you," I said, and couldn't help myself too as I had gotten him another gift. He was such a nice guy, and I just wanted to make him happy. Over time, I got him many more gifts, but I kept it low, trying not to overdo anything as I had mentioned on my profile, that I was a down-to-earth girl, and especially that I was from a low-income family. However, there was a problem. After going on a lot of dates, we finally made it official. We were boyfriend and girlfriend. But he kept asking me more about my family and where I came from, so I had to lie again and again. Then he went away for a few weeks to apply for a new job, and I got a break from that. I decided to go home for a bit. The next day, my dad had called someone to apply for the new family driver, so he asked me to sit with him and check. We were out in our garden when the candidate for the family driver finally came in, and you wouldn't believe who it was. It was Logan. And my dad has got no chill, so he immediately introduced me as his daughter. Oh God, he knows where I live now, I thought. You told me you were poor, Logan turned and said to me. What a joke, my daughter and poor? My dad laughed. And then he went on and asked if Logan was one of my experiments, where I date poor guys for fun. Dad, stop, I said, as he was going on and on insulting Logan. But by the time I got him to stop, Logan had already left. I just stood there, regretting lying to such a nice guy and wondering if I would ever be able to win him back. Thanks for watching. Have you ever lied to someone? Let us know in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe for future stories and check out other stories on our channel.